Dubai's seemingly endless riches have mesmerized the globe, with its towering structures, luxurious stores, and breathtaking man-made islands. However, underneath the gleaming facade is an economic reality that few are aware of. Is Dubai's seemingly endless appetite for expansion causing it to overextend itself? Are they facing unforeseen hardships and uncertain futures in the midst of economic uncertainty? Join us as we examine Dubai's dangerous economic situation and discover its dark side. Unknown to the gimmicks and luxury, Dubai, as you see here, is an unmatched money-making machine, guided by a strategic vision, careful planning, and some very wise choices. It is fundamentally different from how any of the richest nations in the world generate their money, which enabled Dubai to become the first Gulf economy that prospered when its oil supply ran out. But after years of flawless operation, Dubai's economic engine is suddenly in serious danger. So how did it get so rich in the first place? What is the future of the Dubai miracle? The struggle for economic survival in Dubai may serve as a reminder of present-day problems. Before it collapsed, the world had just seen a decade of soaring economies and roaring stock markets. But do you believe that CEOs and hedge fund managers are letting their money sit in a traditional investment and savings account to waste away? They're not, though. They are investing hundreds of millions of dollars in things like art that have no connection to the stock market. And during the past 26 years, the performance of the S&P 500 has been more than quadrupled by the prices of modern art. It used to be difficult to enter into this industry, but Masterworks is now the platform that enables you to invest in multi-million-dollar artworks without going bankrupt. For an understanding of Dubai's difficulties, we need to first know how it became so rich in the first place. Dubai was a small, insignificant at first glance, and poor fishing village in the 1960s. But then two significant events occurred. First, Dubai discovered oil, and then it received a new ruler, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, who devised the vision for Dubai that we know today. The Sheikh realized that Dubai's oil reserves were inadequate to last very long, and that they would run out in a matter of decades. They needed to be exceedingly wise in how they spent the oil money while they had it in order to live once it was gone. But something has changed recently, and Dubai's economic engine is in grave jeopardy. If the emirate is to survive, it must reform dramatically and quickly. So how exactly did this change happen? Dubai's construction industry has been booming for decades thanks to the millions of workers from India and Pakistan who have been attracted by the prospect of cheap labor. However, this may not be sustainable in the long run. The Gulf countries are at risk of running out of money before running out of oil, which poses a serious threat to their economic survival. According to the IMF, the Gulf countries could deplete their financial reserves as soon as 2034, leaving Dubai in a precarious position. The good news is that Dubai is not sitting idly by. With the Vision 2030 plan, Saudi Arabia and other Gulf countries are announcing grand plans to restructure their economies and reduce their oil dependency. This means that Dubai will no longer be the only country in the region to offer everything it does, and its neighbors will be attempting to do the same. This will undoubtedly have a significant impact on Dubai's economy. Dubai's real estate sector is heavily reliant on foreign investment, whether it's from investors who pay for the development of new properties or people who buy them as an investment. However, this system will only work if the money keeps flowing in. This is particularly true for Dubai, as 90% of its population is made up of foreigners who cannot obtain emirate citizenship. The demand for apartments is unsustainable, making the entire sector vulnerable. Dubai's competent leadership is aware of the situation and is actively working to rebuild the economy. The new economic vision aims to turn Dubai into a real economy built on homegrown businesses, technology, and educated populations. Can Dubai's economy survive without its dependence on foreign workers? It's a tough one, considering the small local population and lack of quality education and skilled domestic labor. But Dubai's resourcefulness and government efforts are crucial to avoid future economic crises.